Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome back to Be Love Receive Love. No, I did it again. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome back to Tic Tac Tarot. I'm Milo, and I'm going to be your reader for today. If this is your first time tuning into my channel, thank you for tuning in. And for those of you who knew about Be Love Receive Love Tarot and have followed me over, thank you for following me. I appreciate you guys a lot. So this is going to be a monthly general message for you for December. I'm getting back into it, so hold on to your hats here while I get my rhythm back. I'm really happy to be back and doing this for you guys as well. So again, always keep in mind that these are a general reading. They are not a personal reading, so only take what resonates to your situation. Leave what does not for somebody else that it may resonate with. And I always like to point out that if I refer to a character on the cards as he or she, it's not you or your person that I'm referring to, just the character on the cards. So there's that. I say that much better, but again, I'm still trying to get back into my rhythm here, so give me a little leeway here. Today, I've been guided to use my Wisdom of the Oracle for a single card for you, and then I'm going to use the Lightseer Tarot today. I've been guided to use that for you, and then I will clarify with the Classic Rider-Waite. So I'm just going to jump into your message because I am fumbling right now, and I don't want to do that quite yet. How have you been? Happy holidays to those of you who may celebrate one of the holidays this month. And if you don't celebrate, then you're like me, and we can all be Grinches together. So, I say that loosely. I do celebrate loosely. I've got a kid. I try to keep the spirit alive a little bit. My nephews, but it's not my favorite holiday. Yang is sitting at the bottom of the deck here. It's top masculine energy. Go-getter energy here. But actually, I saw this in a pre-shuffle, Between the Worlds. The card for you is actually the card of Not For You. The little fortune cookie here and the little blurb, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it says nope. And it's a chessboard, I've just noticed for the first time with this card. And a chessboard is all about strategy and knowing like 4 moves in advance, like knowing what you want to do 4 moves in advance. I just want to get you a little message here. Rejection is protection. So you're being rejected for something, or something's rejected you, and it's caused you to be kind of in this in-between energy where you're not, you haven't moved on, but you're not looking back. So you're kind of in this like no man's land, and I'm feeling a lot of confusion. I'm picking up on your energy. You're confused. You're not quite sure what you want to do, but I keep getting drawn back to the chess pieces in the board. Not everything is black and white. However, each chess piece has its own moves. Like, it has its own place, and it can only move, like the knight can only move 3 ahead and 1 over, right? Whereas the queen can do a lot more than that, but she can't do the knight's move, right? So like, I'm really picking up, like, there might be a kind of envious energy in your psyche right now, because somebody's doing something that you want to do, but it's you're not doing it. Like it's not for you, whatever this is. Again, this stems back to the message that I got in the collective reading that I did when if you go back just to the most recent collective reading that I did here in November, for all signs, for anybody that needed to hear it. It's talking about standing in your authenticity. And for me, seeing this, like the chess pieces and everything, your authentic self might not be the knight. Like you see the knight, and the knight in tarot is fast, impulsive, passionate energy, but you, I'm picking up, are more like queen, king energy. Maybe not so much king. I'm feeling queen with this, and not in a gender way. I'm thinking more of like the moves that you make, right? Like you can go straight forward, you can go on an angle, you can go backwards. You can basically cover that board in a lot less time than a knight can. A knight has to literally move 4 spaces at a time, and they get sidetracked by 1 space every time. So for me, I feel like you're envious of a knight when really you're a queen, and in chess pieces, not gender. Okay. So that's what I'm picking up from this. Big time. See if I can tap into this energy and figure out what this is for you. Six of Cups, which is funny because when I shuffled out the old energy of of both decks, whenever I start a reading before I turn on the camera, I shuffle out old energy out of the decks. And funny enough, the Six of Cups is at the bottom of the Rider-Waite deck. So this is talking about something stemming from your childhood. You're doing a lot of growing right now. And I think that it feels like you're not really going anywhere, but really you're just taking the first steps towards growth, right? Look at that. The Enlightenment card there, the Hermit. I just got Rome wasn't built in a day. So whatever you're doing, maybe you're starting your own business or something, it's not built in a day. These things take time. Even for myself, like for my Be Loved or Receive Love Tarot, I had like 260 followers, and then I lost access to that channel, and now I have to start over. And I think that was part of the reason why I took such a long break this time from doing it, because it really set me back. Emotionally, I felt rejected by the universe I put 3 years into that channel, and then lost access to it because I'm a silly person. And I did something silly by changing my phone number before fixing the channel so that I could access it without the 2-step verification. Terrible idea. But yeah, so something has rejected you. And this is why I use this as an example. And it's got you in this almost like envious of other people around you that are doing so much better, possibly, or the way it seems like they're doing so much better. But really, you're doing just as well as they are. You just happen to be in maybe like the beginning steps, rather, where they've been working at a lot longer, or whatever the case is. Okay. So let me pull out all my cards here, and then we'll jump into your message. Stay on the bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. It's the center of your reading. It's the center of your reading. Come on. More cards, please, Spirit. 4 more cards. That's way too many. Way too many cards. I'm getting this energy of, like, you're feeling abandoned by something. Be careful what you're thinking about right now. These cards were flipped in my deck. I'm not going to take them as the last card for the run. But this is a clear message that you manifest your reality. And if you notice, in the Magician card, he's creating this like whirlpool of magic here. But your thoughts can alter that, and you could dump out like your progress by sitting in a negative mindset. Okay, so that's a message to be careful of what you're thinking about right now. Keep that love energy in your surroundings. Okay, so you have a new beginning, whether you have already started this new beginning or you're about to, but it's something that you weren't really expecting to have to go down, like a road that you didn't think that you would have to go down. But it's causing a lot of inner turmoil in your heart space. You're losing a lot of self-love, like, because you're not seeing that this redirection in your life is actually leading you to your happiness. It might not be it might not be what you wanted. Like you thought things were going so well. You thought you were on top of the competition, or you were very protected, and all of a sudden this like shakeup happened, and an ending of some sort happened, and you're like, what the hell, man? I'm literally getting, what the hell, man? Like, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, it may seem bad right now because you're in the thick of it. In the thick of it. I don't know why that came into my head. But you're in the thick of this, and you don't see how far you've come. You don't see the growth that you've already kind of journeyed through. And it's set you back a little bit, and that's okay, because oftentimes I'm being shown again a slingshot. A slingshot, the more pulled back you go, the more strain there is to shoot you forward, and the further forward you go, right? So the further back you feel like you are is actually just pulling that elastic taunt, so that when it releases, it shoots you forward further than you ever thought that you would actually go. So that's kind of the message that I'm getting from this. Is it may feel like it's not for you. It may feel like, you're being held back, but actually you're being pulled back so that you can shoot further than you thought you would actually go. And this ending, as much as as much as it hurts to have an ending, it's for the right reasons. And it's going to, if you allow it, it's going to push you out of your comfort zone and into a better future. I don't know why that was so hard to get out. What worries me is that you have the Ten of Swords at the very end of your read so far. I haven't clarified yet, so let's be easy on ourselves. And Ten of Swords is talking about letting things go, but it's also talking about a dead end. Like, not like a... Like, I'm seeing like dead end sign, like there's nowhere you can go this way, so you need to turn around and reroute yourself back down a different path, which is kind of what this reading is. Like, you're being rerouted. You've hit a dead end. You can't go any further because this road isn't for you, right? So maybe right now you feel like you're the queen, but you've butt-ended on something. Maybe you're trying to attack a knight, but you can't because the knight is sitting in a spot that you can't access him, right? Like, you're trying to one-up this knight, and you can't, because you'd have to make a move in a slightly different direction to be able to do that. So that's kind of like what I'm getting. Like, you just need to hang on, rethink your strategy, because the road that you're going down right now is just going to dead end. And if this is, I'm getting a strong message that if you are trying to sabotage somebody, you need to be careful, because the universe doesn't play around. Karma is a very real deal. And if you mess with karma, karma's going to mess with you. So if you are trying to, run somebody's name through the dirt, or make somebody look like a terrible person, even if they are, it's not your job to inform people of this. The universe has a really funny way of taking care of everybody, good or bad, right? So it's not your job to tell people, well, this person is a bad person, or this person did this, or whatever. It's not your job. So you need to let that go, because karma is going to take care of it. If you make the right move in the different direction and you let go of that, the universe is going to take care of it for you. You don't have to put that much energy into this. So that's a message for somebody. Now, let's get some clarity here. I got a lot of messages out of that. You're already longer than the Capricorn reading, and I haven't even clarified yet. For the record, I just did the Capricorn reading, so that's why I know you're longer. There's very heavy immaturity in your energy field right now. Whether this is your immaturity or somebody else in your energy field's immaturity, this needs to come to an end. And the only person that can bring something in your energy field to an end is you. So if you need to let this go. Whatever this is, you need to let it go, is what I'm hearing. I'm just going to clarify the Six of Cups right off the bat. I'm going to put my X right in the middle here and find out why is the Six of Cups here. You've invested a lot of emotion, and there's some very big emotions attached to the situation And I think that's why it's so hard to let it go, is because maybe somebody did you dirty and you just want to get back at them. But you got to play your cards right. Because if you're not careful and you put that queen down in the wrong spot, that knight's going to get you, you know? Or your king is going to be put into jeopardy because you were too busy being aggro about a little pawn taking your bishop, right? I don't know why I'm using so many chess references for you. Maybe you really like chess, or maybe you need to play chess so that you can work on your strategizing here. And it's funny because even this king, he's got a cup in one hand and like a wand almost in the other. So he's like, what do I do with this? You need to let it go. That ship has sailed. I'm hearing that ship has sailed. Let it go. Move on. The universe has got you. The universe will take care of whatever the situation is. Let's figure out what this Ten of Swords is about. Why is this Ten of Swords here? The Lovers in reverse. You're not making the right choice right now. It's not to say that you can't make the right choice, but right now, because you're coming from a place of hurt, the expression hurt people, and when you hurt people, the universe doesn't take kindly to that, right? Just because you think that you are in the right doesn't mean this other person doesn't think that they're in the right. There's two sides to every story. And I'm getting this song, I can't remember the artist, but it's like, there's two sides to the story, yours and mine, and the goddamn truth, girl. Right? Okay, so you both have a side of it, and then there's the actual truth between the two of it, right? Because not everybody will make themselves to be the bad person, obviously. Sometimes it's hard to take ownership on your role that you played in this, right? And I'm not saying that you're completely wrong. Don't take it that way. I'm saying that everybody plays a role. Everybody plays a role. Everybody makes mistakes, bad decisions. I do it. I know you do it. Everybody does it. It's life. The human condition is a flawed design. So, yeah. You're not making the right choices right now, which is going to lead to more endings that you don't want. So you need to take a step back and reassess the path that you're on. Otherwise, this wounded warrior is going to just stay on guard all the time, and you're going to block your blessings. Now, I want to know what this blessing is, and then we're going to stop the reading there because I think I've given you quite a bit of advice on the situation. You just need to let it go. You need to move on with your life. You need to put all of that energy into something creative and productive rather than destructive, okay? I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I've been that person where I've been petty as all hell and saying shit that I regret later, that I wish I'd never told people, or that I wish that I never said about that person. There's a new beginning in work. Maybe when you pour all that self-love back into you, you're going to find your true passion. That's going to create a lot of abundance. 8 is a number of abundance. And you have the strength card here, which is the number 8. So once you pour a little bit of love into yourself and you start taking care of your own mental health and not worrying about what other people are doing, you're going to find your true passions. You're going to find something, because maybe you're in a place where you're like, man, this job isn't for me. I don't want to do this anymore, whatever. You're going to find that it's easier to, you're going to find a job that's better for you. Here's the Knight. Last card, and it's the Knight. You're going to play your cards right. big time. And you're going to have just the right amount of emotion. You're not going to be overly invested. It's going to be strategically thought out, right? This horse, this knight on his horse, like I'm seeing the image of the horses that like they have like that almost artistic trot that they do. I don't know the name of it. If you know, please comment down below. Help other people and myself, because I don't know what it is called. But they bring their foot like all the way up and come down, like, and it's majestic as hell is what it is. So maybe you're gonna like, you're gonna come out on top because you're going to do it in a classy way, not in a trashy way. So make those right decisions. Be classy, not trashy. I always tell you, stay classy, right? So yeah, this is what I have for you. I'm gonna leave it there, and just always remember that rejection is protection. So if something is not working in your favor, try not to hold on to that energy for too long, because the universe is literally hearing your prayers and answering them. But in order to bring something new in, you have to be able to let something old go. So that's what I have for you. Take it with a grain of salt, of course. If it doesn't resonate to your situation, if you're not being petty with somebody, it's probably not your reading. But yeah, stay authentic and stay classy. Until next time, Sagittarius, love and light.